Good morning. Welcome to our Red Tara group. Hope everybody's very well on this fine Saturday morning. We are continuing our contemplation of this amazing book, Change of Heart, which is a collaboration of Chagdud Gonpa and Lama Rigdzin, one of Chagdud Gonpa's senior students that lives in New Mexico in the United States. And we're currently contemplating the chapter on equanimity. Just to recapitulate, the last paragraph from last week, I think, certainly deserves to be read one more time and contemplated. Rinpoche says, the true nature of mind is the continuity beneath this never-ending flux, like the white space on a page. The concepts and emotions that arise in the mind are like the words. We experience and identify with our thoughts and feelings, but there is some ground or openness from which they arise and to where they return. That openness is the nature of mind. The nature of mind cannot be found or proven to exist in a literal sense, as if it were a material object. So we cannot say that it exists. Nor can we say that because we cannot find it, it does not exist. Thoughts that it both exists and does not exist, or neither exists nor does not exist, are only concepts that cannot catch what lies beyond concepts. So you see, as very simply, as long as we try to find the ultimate truth through concepts, we'll never really get there. We can certainly clarify things by studying texts and studying the concept of emptiness and doing different contemplations on emptiness. But to actually experience the true nature of mind, we need to go beyond concepts, because the concepts themselves also are empty of an intrinsic existence, of an inherent existence. Even the concept of emptiness is beyond having an inherent existence. So also don't get stuck on clinging to emptiness as something that is permanent, truly existent. Because even talking about emptiness, we are still on the level of concepts. To better understand this, when a thought arises, we can ask ourselves, where did that thought come from? Where did it go? What is its nature? If we examine thoughts, we won't find anything permanent or substantial. In fact, we will find nothing existent at all. This is why we say that the nature of our thoughts, whether positive or negative, happy or sad, are all empty. Empty does not mean void. Empty means lacking a permanent, true existing nature. So all thoughts, all emotions are all empty of a truly existing nature. This does not mean, however, that nothing is there, because we don't negate that thoughts continually arise. In a relative sense, they are true, though the absolute truth is that they are empty of an inherent existence. The true nature of thought, of mind, of every being, of all phenomena, is empty, yet fully apparent. Emptiness is the absolute truth of all phenomena, the great equalness of all appearances. We cannot call it oneness because of the infinite variety of phenomena that occur. Nor can we say that there is only infinite variety, because in their essence, or emptiness, all phenomena are equal. Again, this essence defies all of our concepts of one or many, existent or non-existent. The absolute truth is beyond words and ideas. Trying to understand it conceptually is like trying to catch water with a fish net. The net of concept can only capture more concepts. To perceive phenomena directly, without the filter of concepts and the separation of subject and object, is to see their true nature. Then we get to the section on questions and answers. How do we know that all beings have previously been our parents? The Buddha said so, but how can we truly know that? Rinpoche answered, if a school child hears a scientist explain the solar system, she is likely to say something like, I don't understand. How do I really know that the earth circles the sun? The scientist might find it difficult to convince her with words alone, but if the child goes through a gradual process of learning and contemplation, she will eventually understand. Similarly, if you practice diligently to remove the confusion that obscures the knowing quality of your mind, you will come to understand the interdependence of all beings. If a spiritual teacher says that something is true, we don't have to believe it in order to benefit from hearing or thinking about it. When we contemplate something we've heard, our mind opens. When we bring it fully into meditation, our confusion is dissipated and the truth becomes obvious. So it is good to discern for ourselves whether something is true and not just accept it on someone else's word. Our ordinary mind is like a shell of confusion that obscures our essential nature. By slowly removing the shell, we become omniscient. With complete realization of the absolute truth and knowledge of all details of the past, present, and future. Those who have accomplished this have taught that if we could see as they do, we would know without a doubt that every being has been our parent.